The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
Here we go. 180! 55! 2! Rush in!
On first down, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Kaiser now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Kaiser into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Right back to him on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second and 1, Kaiser. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Mark 56. Mark 56. Hey, come on.
On third down, Kaiser. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
65. Slam.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. that huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Kaiser to throw it. And he's going to go down again. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 3rd and long for Kaiser. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? I got you. I got you.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming after you.
Now Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Garoppolo looks to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. This is Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
56 on truck. 56. Check 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. 56 to Mike. That's it. 56 to Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike, 50.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Kaiser. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Here we go. Here we go. 56.
is Kaiser. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
56, Mike 56.
To throw is Kaiser. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd down, Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Hey, gun. 13.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards, did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game. And
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go, D. 12, fellas, here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan, and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Dancing to his left. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Kaiser. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Buying time to his left. Complete to Washington. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kaiser. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And the Steelers first down.
Kaiser to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Kaiser. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
9 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
Now Kaiser. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll throw here, Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quickly, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Good move at the 30. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next